Hello my friends, this is Marta from Drop of Sunshine and welcome at my studio. My lovely friends, do you know what the day today is? Exactly, it's a World Cardmaking Day, so it's our celebration, it's our day, and it's just the day I want to create something with love for you, for myself, for everyone who is creating. Unfortunately, I've been working all day and I just came back. It's quite late, so I want to came up with some simple idea with simple design, just something I could create quickly and post it on my YouTube channel because on top of the creating a card, I also want to do something for my crafting friends and for my crafting family over the craft world. The craft world, if you don't know about that, it's a beautiful place. It's a online platform where you could sign up. It's free and there's tons and tons of a beautiful inspiration there. There's a whole bunch of different groups and experts and lovely tips. Plus, there's so many different challenges, giveaways, and I just thought I will celebrate it with creating my own challenge with a lovely prize. So, if you're curious, head on to the craft world, and you will have a chance to take part in my challenge as well and to win some goodies. So, my friends, I've decided to create something very clean and simple, and my first thought was to create some lovely texture using embossing powder. But instead of it doing embossing traditional way with stamping it with the embossing ink, I've decided to create some background using the double-sided tape. And here you can see I'm showing you because at first I've started doing a little bit talk, but then it was rainy and the rain was so loudly hitting my window that I could not hear my own thoughts. So I just thought, okay, I'll do a little bit voiceover, but because it's really late and I want to post the video, I've decided to speed it up a little bit as well, so the video will be shorter and I could upload it quicker. So I'm taking a piece of the card, which will be my a top layer, and I've just marked myself a teeny tiny bit dots for a line, and this glass mat is just working here perfectly because I didn't even have to look for a ruler. I just marked the dots, so make sure that my lines are even, and I'm gluing my strips. And once I have the strips glued down, I will take my scissors and just cut this sticking out bits just so I have it nice and clean look, clean edge. So I'm using the scissors which I've been having for many years. This is a Sizzix scissors. It's one of the first one. I've bought it with some flower shaping tool and I absolutely love them. However, they're a little bit used up, so now I can use them for cutting out the things with the glue like double-sided tape, and then I'm keeping the fresh scissors for cutting papers. So that's my tip. If you want to keep your having a nice sharp edge scissors for your cut, and for a ribbon I do have a separate scissors as well for cutting a ribbon, just so I could have that nice lovely clean cut every single time. So my scissors are assigned to the job, if I could say so. So now I am using this Wow embossing powder. This is a sparkle clean, it's clear, sparkle clear, sorry, I've got a twist, but this is a clear embossing powder which got this beautiful, lovely, very fine glitter particles in it. And it's absolutely lovely and shiny, and it's quite smooth actually. If you just melt the embossing powder, the glitter stays in a place, it's intact, it's not going anywhere. I just use a little bit brush because even if I use my baby powder to take a static off, the glitter sometimes tend to stick here and there, and I didn't want to have it in my white strips. So that's why I just to be super extra safe on that, I've just used my brush just to swipe in between those this stripe with double-sided tape. So as you can see, it's melting instantly, and I love this almost like a white on white look with lovely shine and shimmering. It's absolutely amazing. And even though it's a simpler card, I've decided to make it one step further, and I took my embossing boards, my scoring board, and I've decided to emboss some lines right beside those strips. And it's just like a half a millimeters away from the strips, just to add additional texture and enhance those strips even more. So I must to tell you, this really changed the look of the card. It's simple step, very quick and easy, but it adds that extra something to the card as well. And because it's a very plain, very simple card, I thought it will be something nice to do, just to enhance card even more. So once I have this ready, I've decided to use my guillotine tool. This is quite new guillotine because who watch my video, I had this, I still have it, that very big A3 size. It's even more, it's A2, sorry, I'm lying. It's A2 size guillotine, which I'm using to cut my cardstock. So that way I could create myself like this big 8x8 card bases. However, I needed something for the purpose of creating these YouTube videos, because I want to show you all the card process, not to be able to say like, oh, I turned around and I cut this or cut that. So I just thought I will use that, and I must tell you, I fall in love instantly with this guillotine, because it's so sharp and so nice, and you could really cut this hair inch, very narrow strips and very even, and it just cuts like through the butter. And I must tell you one more thing, that because I am a premium member on a craft world platform, I was able to receive my 10% off for ordering this guillotine from the craft stash store, and it was absolutely amazing, good deal. So if you are already on a craft war, or you consider it, as I say, it's for free and you don't have to pay anything, but they give you an option to upgrade to a premium member, which costs only £20 a year. And for that £20 you get the access to extra content, you get a lots of downloadable like digital stamps and the papers and all the extra content, plus you have this 10% off on any order through the craft stash store. And even if you buy something which is on a bargain section, it's reduced to clear like 70% off, you will still get that 10% off the final price anyway. So it's really worth. And for my card, I wanted to use a stamp, but I wanted to use something meaningful for me as well, and I just thought I will use the stamp set which I had from Christina Griffin's, because for those of you who watch my videos, I probably mentioned that before, that Christina was one of the first card making ladies here in UK I was ever watching. I was watching those big channels like for bigger crafting company and crafters like Jennifer Maguire or Christina Werner. However, Christina Griffiths was one of the first ladies here in UK I was ever watching, and she really affect my crafting in a way that her cards, whoever watch her channel, I think she's recording for like crazy amount of a time. I think it's like more than 10 years, maybe even more than that. She's keeping her channel, so she really have a tons of videos, and some of them at the beginning she was creating. She still creates a very lovely card, but she was presenting those cards which were really elegant, lot of die cutting layers and flowers and things like that, and that really, I think it affect my crafting one way. So here is a little bit like a me celebrating my card making day with creating something which, even though it's very late and I'm just like last minute on it, because I was working a whole day today, I still want to use something which resemble things which are matter to me and important, and this is something I want to say hi to Christina. I'm not sure if you're ever gonna watch the video, probably not, but if you would do, I really admire your work, and yes, thank you so much for for everything you do, for your lovely design. And the card making magic is one of my favorite exclusive brands over the craft stash, so I truly love it. And here I also had this little circle with the stitches. I will show you a close-up photo at the end. This is a Daisy May design, absolutely lovely stamp set. I was showing you before, I think on my previous video, that I've bought 3 stamp set in a price of the £15. It was like a 50 items per fiver, so that was a lovely deal I've managed to make. So yes, and here I am using a double-sided foam tape just to raise my front panel just a little bit. Even though it's a simply card, it will give it a lovely dimension. It will be perfect for posting because it's nothing sticking out there, but adding that double-sided tape just creates that extra dimension look for the card and make that front panel pop even more. For a second I wanted to use some string, and I was thinking like, oh, shall I use the gold brad, but I've decided not to, because that will be too much. Like, I wanted to keep it in that white on white look with this stamp sentiment with bold, if you've not got any color added to the card, and then you have like a sentiment stamp in the black with that red heart, that sentiment, it's really like a statement, like a bold statement on the card. So here you can see this is the card, and thank you so much, my friends, for being here, for having you in my life. So I hope you're celebrating your card making day as well, and definitely I encourage you, pop into the craft world and pop into the challenge section, because I will have a little surprise for you over there. And thank you so much for being here. Have a lovely day. Stay blessed. Bye bye.